Today we are going to explain how iPhone 6 front camera works. Functions of main components. Let's look at the main components of the front camera circuit and its function. AP, which can also be called as CPU. It takes the following responsibilities: communicate with the camera module, detect and control it, receive the image data generated by the camera module through the MIPI bus and process, control the voltage outputted by LDO, PMU power management unit, and LDO low dropout regulator are in charge of supplying power to the camera module. J1111 connects the front camera module. Next, we need to know how the front camera module circuit works. To enable the camera, the following factors are acquired: power supply, clock signal, data signal, control signal, enable signal. During booting, the CPU will initialize self-inspection of the camera module via I2C bus. PMU power management module supplies two sets of power. One is 1.8 volts, another is 1.2 volts, to enable the front camera module and let the module enter standby mode. So, after the phone booted, we should be able to measure four different voltages. The two 1.8 power voltages, which are ensuring the operation of I2C, and the two voltages supplied by PMU. Any abnormality of the four voltages will result in front camera deactivation. When the system needs to take picture, the CPU will send a power enable signal to LDO. Then LDO will output a working voltage of 2.85 volts to front camera module. Please note, these 2.85 volts could be detected only after the front camera is enabled. CPU will output clock signal and turn on shutdown signal simultaneously. When the camera is turned off, the signal is 0 volt. When the camera is turned on, this signal is 1.8 volts. The front camera will be operating properly once the above factors are met. During operating, the acquired image data is transmitted to CPU via MIPI bus. The MIPI bus is consisted of one set of clock signal and two sets of data signal. Please notice that if any set of three signals has problem, the camera function would be failed. CPU will process the received data and display the processed image on the screen. When user presses camera button, CPU will save the data of currently displayed image on the NAND flash. Photographing process is not completed. Common troubleshooting references. When we are dealing with the malfunction of front camera, first, replace the front camera module and check whether the appearance of logic board is abnormal to exclude external causes. Measure the dial value of pins associated with front camera module on J1111. Judge the condition of circuit and relevant components by measuring dial value. Keep measuring step by step on the dubious circuit to locate the malfunction point. When the front camera is enabled, the follow voltage conditions shall be measured. Power supply. The output voltage of LDO, pin 7, 2.85 volts. Check relevant pin connected with LDO, resolder or replace dubious component. The output voltage of PMU, pin 5, 1.8 volts, pin 6, 1.2 volts. Check relevant pin connected with PMU, resolder or replace dubious component. The operating voltage of I2C bus, pin 19, pin 15, 1.8 volts. The voltage of CPU turn on shutdown signal, P17, 1.8 volts. Check relevant pin connected with CPU, resolder or replace dubious component. Warn tips: CPU could only be resoldered rather than replaced, and the difficulty of resoldering is high. If the final inspection indicates the CPU is broken, please consider secondly if resolder it. Here we have a chart contains common troubleshooting process for your reference. Common fault points on front camera module. The malfunction of LDO will cause front camera not working. The malfunction of J1111 will cause front camera not working. And this is our iPhone 6 front camera working theory course today. Feel free to visit our official website www.rivatechnology.com. See you next course.